The light of the church, we are the light of the world.
Word.
Any church that doesn't have social relevance, for me, is an irrelevant church.
It's a beautiful day God has made, and we rejoice and be glad in it. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is another beautiful season called the fourth season, and of course, the first episode of the season. And I am here once again. You already know how we roll. Of course, I'm not here alone. I'm here with the one and only bright and morning star, Daniela.
Hello, Nat. It's nice to see you.
Same here, Twinkle Blinky.
I've missed you small.
My dear, I won't lie, for the first time I'm sincere. I miss you.
So all the other times you were lying.
Well, you know when you keep seeing somebody regular, you don't really appreciate the person. And for the first time, 2 good weeks, or more than 2 weeks, I have not seen you. I was shocked.
Well, absence makes the heart grow fonder. I think you can say that.
I saw you in my dream.
That's serious.
You were running away.
Actually, that sounds like me.
So, ladies and gentlemen, okay, we're going to be doing our word shares as usual, but today we're going to be talking about sin. All right. Now, looking at the text, Romans chapter 6, verse 23. Now, the Bible says, for the wages of sin is death, and the gift of God is eternal life. Now, the thing is, when you sin, God is not really angry with you. God is only angry with the act.
Yeah.
You know, that's what the Bible says. Jesus has given us God has given us the ministry of reconciliation, reconciling us unto himself through Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
This is because what sin does, it gives a demarcation between we and God, or between an individual and God.
yeah.
Not like God hates you. God only hates the act of sin.
Yeah.
And so what sin does is that it's withhold the blessings from you. What do you think, Daniela?
I think you're right
Yeah.
to a certain extent about how sin causes some kind of rift, but I also feel like it's a mindset thing, right? Because once Jesus died, he already reconciled us, and once we have been reconciled, it takes almost nothing, almost nothing to pull us away from God, right? So when you do sin, what really holds you back from those blessings and from that relationship with God is your mind, because you begin to feel like, oh my gosh, I've done something bad. I've done something wrong. I can't approach God the same way. I can't talk to him. He must be very angry.
Yeah.
Whereas the reality of it is that the minute you accepted Christ as your Lord and your personal Savior, now anytime God looks at you, what he sees is Jesus Christ.
Even if you fall into sin.
Even if you fall into sin.
I never heard this one before.
It doesn't mean that you should just continually be sinning, because eventually you will be left to a reprobate mind. Do you understand? But in your being born again, right? Your spirit has been born again. What needs transforming is your mindset, right? So that over time you begin to, the more you dwell in Christ, the less prone to sin that you are. It doesn't mean that you're going to be perfect in one day, and God knows this. We are human beings. Our humanity is in our imperfection, knowing that we cannot just be like Jesus Christ in one day. Do you understand? But he understands that the way our minds work with guilt and condemnation, and the minute you do something wrong, you are telling yourself already that, oh my guy, you don't mess up. Do you understand? And you begin to distance yourself from God. But God doesn't want that. Take the prodigal son, for example. If God really was so angry with us, because that was a representation of God and the way he sees us, right? If it was that God was so angry with us that, oh my God, I don't want to deal with this person anymore. The guy saw his son coming and he ran out to
So he
meet
wouldn't have
him.
been even looking for the guy,
Do you
hoping that the guy's
understand? He
going to
was
come
looking
back.
out. So that's the exact same way God sees us, even when we sin, even when we stray, even when he left 99 for the one.
Wow.
Do you understand? So yes, sin creates that demarcation, but I don't think that it's from God's end. I think that it's from our end. I think that it's from our minds. And if we can be more mindful about remembering that, okay, this doesn't mean that God doesn't love me anymore. If anything, he loves me even more, to open his arms wide and show me the way back so that I can do better next time.
So I can do better next time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our word charge for today. Let's take a commercial break. Of course, we'll be right back on the Nat Oliver Show. Danny is still in the studio with Nat Oliver.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nat Oliver Show, the 4th season and the 1st episode. Like I said before, now the guests we're bringing for this episode are people with renowned resort. Dana, what do you think?
I think that you guys are about to be blown away in this
My God.
season. Every episode is going to have a guest that
My
is going to
God.
not just blow your minds, but touch your hearts
Mm.
and teach you something new, right? And draw you closer to God by the grace of God.
And so, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? For the 1st season, we bring to you the world-renowned youth pastor of the Gateway International Christian Center. Is no other person but Pastor Courage. Pastor Courage, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. Good to
Very well.
see
Thank you very much.
How's the
Mr.
family and the
Nelson.
ministry?
Fine. God is awesome. We are doing great, and He's helping us step by step.
I was in the church on Sunday. My God, you need to see youthfulness, resourcefulness in youthfulness.
No, I mean, it's very necessary. The way the world is going today, if we know hold God, who will go hold?
No understand.
Oh,
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
It's an honor, it's a pleasure, and we look forward to just gleaning so much off of you today.
we trust God.
Yeah. So let's go straight into the deal. Now,
All right.
the reason why we decided, I and the team, we decided to go after you because we've seen your results within the universities, houses within Port Harcourt. Just in case you're watching, we're right here in Port Harcourt, River State, and Pastor Courage is a renowned youth pastor when talking about this region. Trust me when I said he has a good result, and we want to say thank you, Sha, for choosing this this calling, for taking this mandate. But
Thank
looking
you.
at the society today, it's so obvious that moral is going into extinction. Good morals is going into extinction, and I wanted to ask you, what do you think may be the reason why we are losing moral today?
Well, I will first of all attribute it to the social media.
Okay.
A lot of people are drawn towards the social media. In fact, the social media space has become the real space.
True.
There are more people in the social media space right now than any other physical space you can find. And so whatever happens in the social media controls what happens
In real life.
in the real life.
True.
So the social media controls fashion, controls whatever is trending, dance steps, fashion, everything.
Yeah.
So I think something is wrong with the social media space, and that's impacting on the people. On the other side, I think, well, I wouldn't say the church, but we still lack sufficient teaching priests, people who teach principles with clarity. People don't do what they don't understand.
True.
So if you have a teaching priest who can bring the word home and clear their doubt, clear every cobwebs in their head, I believe they will act better to a great extent. Today in churches, what we have is prophecy, people falling down, breaking chairs they cannot buy, and all manner of funny things going on. Buy koboko, buy this, buy that, coconut, broom service, koboko service. All those things are not transformational for me. And if we have, I think in the book of Second Chronicles 16, the Bible says for a long time Israel was without the true God and without a teaching priest. Without the true God and without a teaching priest, what was the outcome? The aftermath was there was no peace to him that went out and to him that came in. So there was chaos everywhere. There is chaos right now because we have very few teaching priests on the church side, and then the social media is going into moral decadence and it's impacting on society. The society is basically on social media, and it will definitely impact on them.
So in other words, it's wrong now. Like, so Christians shouldn't go on social media. We shouldn't use the social media space. Or is it wrong? Should we have a restriction on the social media space?
I feel like instead of restricting and avoiding, we should start dominating the space with the things that are concerned with the kingdom. Because like he just rightly said, what is on social media is what affects real life. Every day you go on social media, you see somebody dancing a new dance step, singing a new song, wearing something new. If it's Christians that are dancing the new dance step and singing the new songs and wearing new clothes, then it's a different impact that you are putting in the real life. Do you understand?
But
Or at least that's what I.
The point is he just made is the fact that when you go there, do you have the ability to control yourself with other things you're going to see there? Because the thing that you're seeing
do
there.
have the ability
Exactly.
to focus your algorithm on social media. It's who you follow that you're going to be seeing on your timeline. Do you understand? It's the people that you interact with that you're going to be seeing on your timeline.
Yeah.
For example, if you're following only blogs and news stations, it's only blogs and news stations that you're going to see every time you open your Instagram. But if you're following people that have no morals, then that's all you're going to be seeing.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah. But I think there should be some certain level of restriction, Pastor.
Well, for children, yes. But for the adults, I don't know how the restriction is going to be. My best bet is for the church to impact on the social media. That's the best bet. We are not the light of the church. We are the light of the world.
Word.
We are not the light of the church. You see, everybody wants to shine in church.
I told you now,
Yeah.
you pastor.
Everybody wants to shine in church, and even people are competing with each other in church.
Yeah.
That's not our space.
not what we're
We just
called for.
come there to encourage ourselves, then go out
into
there
the
in the
world.
world. Any church that doesn't have social relevance, for me, is an irrelevant church. Any
I
church
agree.
without social relevance, to me, is an irrelevant church.
I agree.
Totally irrelevant. So we have people who can act well in church, and the acting ends in church. So why are they not skit makers?
Outside, exactly.
What happened to that outside?
Yeah.
But what we did in church that blesses us in church can bless the world beyond the four walls of the church.
Recently, there is this trending issues about shanty? Enchantment, that worship has become an enchantment.
Oh, the chanting.
Chanting
Okay,
thing.
yeah, the chanting
So
stuff.
like the
yes.
songs
Yes.
that are
The
now
thing
more
is,
like
that's
chants.
what we're
Yes,
saying.
yes.
This generation, they have a particular language they speak.
Yes.
I mean, is it millennial they call us?
Okay,
We
yeah.
are the late
Okay.
80s,
Okay,
90s. So
okay.
now the thing is that some of those songs we used to sing, Pastor, we're
yeah.
not going to sing for this
Sure,
Gen Z. They're not going
sure.
to feel flow. Sir.
Sure.
So for me, I just feel that the church is trying to put God into a box.
Okay.
Now, so it's supposed they.
They,
Not like what
okay.
they do to Jesus. Now, so it's supposed they. Not be doing like that. So, but what if God actually is because every good and perfect gift comes from God, Pastor.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that one now becoming a problem of what you just said now. Okay, so now they will not say something like the church is not behaving like the world. Pastor, what we go do?
Forget about what they are saying. Impact society.
Exactly.
Only fools doubt proofs. Only fools. You see, you could bring something. We are not changing our message, but we can change the language.
True.
Call you about that.
We are not changing the message, but we can change the language. You see, it's like Ike Dario and Paul play, father and son and all of that. Somebody can sing high life or Afrobeat in the old way they sang it.
Yeah.
A young person may not even change the lyrics, but he can change
The tune.
the tune to match his generation.
Yeah.
You see, when God gave us the gospel, he said, preach.
Mhm.
The instruction is preach. Then he told us what to preach. He said, preach the gospel. So we know the word. Then he now sent us to the world, to all the worlds. Worlds now is talking about the different spheres of influence.
Okay.
You know, the banking world, the legal world, the medical world, worlds.
Yeah.
Take it to these worlds. Then he didn't give us the method. He gave us the scope, the world. He gave us the word, what to preach, who to preach to. He didn't give us the strategy.
Meaning every generation
So,
can.
yes. So the strategy
their
is
own
supposed to
strategy.
be developed by the church.
Wow.
So Paul said, I became all things to all men that I may win some. So when I get to this generation, I behave like this generation. People don't even know my age. People think, oh, if I'm 30 something, if I tell you I'm running to 50, they don't believe.
Jesus,
And yet I pastor a church where you have Gen Z's, 20-something-year-old people, and I have to dress like them. I have to form like them. I'm Igbo. I wasn't born in Port Harcourt, but I'm learning to speak Pidgin.
No, Pastor, I will teach you. Don't worry.
Oh, no, I trust you.
I get the lingua. I be worried about you. You don't know again. Wow.
Yeah, so we don't need to change the gospel, but we can change the language to suit this generation. And with that, we win them with a snap of a finger.
Oh, Pastor, I just wish, like, you see this thing you just said there. It just dawned on me that what we really, really need, what most men of God actually need, is wisdom.
Sure.
Because, see, if not beside I be Christian, you for don't convert me like this. Because you just torturing me waiting and only 1 year. Let me say you try to convince me. You just they talk waiting suppose day.
Yes.
I don't follow you like this. And you know, we have very few of your type in the body of Christ who are not really sentiment about who to lose or what, how do people feel, you know, and that is some of the things that are really regenerating some certain kind of disunity within the Christian community. Pastor, thank you for that word. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, Pastor Courage is still here. Of course, my person there, no go anywhere. Welcome back on the Natural Living Show, ladies and gentlemen. Right here on the studio, we are still with the one and only phenomenon, Pastor Courage, youth pastor. I mean, global youth pastor in quote. Daniela, you dey feel the guy's spirit now. Pastor, we dey feel you. You too much.
Nice, don't flatter me.
No, it's not flattery, really. It's the truth. Because even just from the short conversation, we've been able to get something from the things that you've shared. So I have a question of my own.
Okay.
The church has been gifted with so many talents, so many gifts, and it's different people, right? Different people have different kinds of talents, different kinds of gifts, different types of pastors, right? But I've never really seen or heard, maybe I won't say never, but I rarely see pastors recommending other pastors or other leaders for youth or other people to follow. And I'm wondering, is it intentional? Is there something wrong with, you know, because if you can't do something yourself, or if you're not so strong in a particular area, is there something wrong with you recommending recommending another pastor or another leader or another church, you know, for someone? Is there something wrong with that?
Maybe it's not godly.
I mean, we have to ask at this point, right?
Okay. Well, I think that's insecurity.
Okay.
I feel it's insecurity because I do a lot of referrals.
Okay.
Wow.
I do some deliverance, but I prefer word deliverance. I believe that the deliverance that works and lasts rather is word deliverance. And when cases are really bad, I just tell them to go to Mountain of Fire. I'm sorry I mentioned the church name. Just go there, go there. You can stay there 7 days, whatever. If you like the packaging and it works for you, that's okay.
Yeah.
But I don't do Jackie Chan. I don't do come out. I won't come out. I won't come out. No, if I say come out, I say I won't come out. I'll say abide. Abide, stay. I mean, that's me.
Yeah.
So I'm very free with some certain churches that I know I can trust their source. Like Mountain of Fire, Winners Chapel, Gateway, House on the Rock is there, Christ Embassy, depending on, you know, for me, church like hospital.
Yes, exactly.
Why did I say that? Not like when you get your treatment, you go. No. Like specialization. So what House on the Rock offers, like brand promise, is not what Gateway offers as brand promise.
True.
It's not what Christ Embassy offers as brand promise. It's not what CCI offers as brand promise. So if my child has a cerebral problem, I shouldn't take him to a gynecologist. I should do a referral.
Yeah.
I'm a doctor, but then I should, if it's a child, then a pediatrician should handle that. If it's a heart problem, a nephrologist, I'll be a cardiologist.
Yes.
That's how it is. So
That's how it
I'm a
should be.
doctor, but I'm not
don't
trained to
treat all the
handle.
sick-
Yes,
all
I'm not trained or called to
illnesses.
handle all cases.
Yeah.
So referral is a good thing, except he's insecure.
Yeah.
And he's ready to. He's an insecure person. He's also kind of a wicked person because he's ready to kill him, to kill that destiny, just to
Just
have
so that
him.
they have, yes.
He wants to kill him just to have him. So he doesn't have the skill set or the gift set to release the apparatus in that guy. But he would rather have him die under his watch than send him out. That's foolish. Very, very, and wicked. It's foolish, it's wicked. Some people may not like if they hear what I'm saying, but I didn't mention anybody's name. But if you're hearing me right now, just know you're a wicked man.
If you're hearing Pastor Courage there and you are a youth,
Yeah.
please take this advice. Take that boldness. You know you are not in the right place, but you're scared because you're wondering what people will say. You're wondering how the people around you will feel.
Yeah.
Take that boldness. Come out of your shell because
will not fulfill
your
your purpose
destiny,
with you.
Oh,
Yeah.
your destiny is at stake.
it's in your hands.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, sure.
Don't, because it's rather you please God than to please man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the funny thing is that most of us know that we're not supposed to be where we are.
Mm-hmm.
But we're looking at, if I leave this
What will they
pastor,
say?
what will he say?
Yeah.
You know,
How will
and-
they feel?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's not everybody that heard what God told you.
Sure.
So you can't you can't take what God is saying and then go and be asking somebody
Yes,
else. So
yes.
so God told me this thing. What do you
What
think?
do you think?
God has already told you what to do.
Yes, the voice of God is absolute.
Yeah.
So it's not supposed to be subject for debate.
Yeah.
If God has told you something, you
Go
run.
with that.
You run.
Yeah.
The best
Go
you can
with
do is
it.
inform them, this is what I'm hearing and I'm setting out.
Exactly.
I need your blessing. And then you move.
and if they
You be on
really
your
love you,
destiny.
they will support you.
Sure, if they love you, they will bless you and set you on your mission.
Yeah.
But then again, how can a young Christian
Okay.
know the right mentor or to pick the right mentor to follow? I know there are steps. Like when I'm doing my comedy thing, I love God and I don't want to go out of that gospel jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want everything about that thing, and all of a sudden I discovered Godon's.
Okay.
And I the first time I heard somebody doing comedy with scriptures,
wow.
I said this is not the right person I will
Yeah.
follow.
Okay,
And
okay.
I don't have direct access to
Connect,
him, so I make sure I bought all.
Oh, okay.
It's cassette. Then it was
Then,
cassette. Not be
okay.
DVD with again now.
Yes,
Cassette.
yes.
I used to buy his cassette. DCM Void. They used to call them DCM Void. They have an a cappella group.
Yeah.
And I was studying this guy like a curriculum.
Yeah.
And today, and I remember when he saw me in one event, and he called me and said, "So you are the one." Some people have been telling me that there's one guy in Port Harcourt, be like you. I said, "Austin, I'm your," and that was how we connected. So this was how I was able to reach. But I believe there are some better ways who might not be able to get the skills. But as a man of God, you should be able to have an idea. How can a young potential
with-
connect?
Okay, well, there are a couple of ways, but number one, I will say pray. You know why I said pray? Because it is not in man to direct his steps. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. Sometimes you feel you know what to do, you feel you can do, and then you take God out of the equation. At that moment, you might be wrong.
Yeah.
So you really need to be guided
Yeah.
first. There are other physical ways, but for me, I'll take prayer first. Even in selecting a mentor, maybe you're calling to ministry, for instance, now, you could like this man of God, like this one, like that one, Lord, who are you leading me to? Who will unveil this spark of talent, this bundle of talent you've given to me? I don't even know how to go about it, but you've put somebody there, he will guide you. That's number one. Number two, if you found, just like you rightly said, I met people like Bishop Oyedepo a couple of times, but before I met him, I followed his messages. Just buy into his spirit.
Yeah.
Follow them. Somehow or the other. They said success is what happens when preparation meets with opportunity.
Yes.
So once you just prepare yourself, and I also want to tell you that opportunity is what God gives every man who prepares himself.
So
Pastor.
the preparation is a necessary
Yes.
ingredient.
So preparation is necessary. So don't say, what if I prepare myself and the opportunity never
Doesn't
comes?
come.
No.
As
God
long
now
as you are
owes you the
preparing
opportunity.
yourself,
Yes.
yes.
As long as you're preparing yourself,
Yes.
relax.
Yes.
God will set up the stage for you.
Yes,
He
sir.
will know what to do. Just keep preparing yourself. One day, it may not even be planned. Something will hit you. But if you just sit back and say, no, what am I, this thing says, nobody get a number. And sometimes too, we are even too quick to get the numbers.
Yeah.
Leave the numbers.
Yeah.
Forget about the number. Just work on yourself.
Yeah.
Work on yourself. God is in charge of human traffic. And he knows how to do everything.
Orchestrate your steps.
Yes. I used to say that life is a drama. God is the script writer. You are the actor.
Yeah.
Your body is the costume.
Okay. Okay.
Lavadosha.
Okay.
And God, life is a drama.
Yeah.
God is the script writer. You are the
The
actor.
actor.
Your body is your costume. So everything that makes Nat Oliver and makes Daniela is in her, is in you, and all that. So the more as you just keep working, the drama, God, the scriptwriter knows when to do the connect.
Yeah.
But the connect will never happen until you prepare yourself.
You are the Eve, I'm the Adam. Come on now.
So he's going to make the connect. It will work. Let me tell you something. The first time I met Pastor Larry, for instance, now, I came into Port Harcourt 215.
Okay.
Nobody knows me. I just started in a little classroom that has no picture till today. Little classroom, Olobo Premier College. So just there. And then one day, my mama, Pastor Manela Izuma, she's in Manchester now. She said, if you're going to do anything, youth, go around the city, look for who is doing any good work for God as relates to young people. Go and sit down. I was coming to jazz, nobody knew me. Just come here, watch, see what we're doing, carry the choir people, tell them you must do this, you must give everybody a task. So one day I met Pastor Otu. I said, I need to see this. From Gateway. When I said, head Gateway, they gave me open doors and all that. When I got to Pastor, he said, ask me any question. I finally people were asking, Pastor Larry doesn't go for programs. How did you bring him? Connect. I didn't go by start looking for his number. No. Go and learn something, prepare yourself. Let it be that when they Google you, at least your face will show small. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So just start working on yourself. There's something you are. Don't count C before you count A. Start with what you have. Start pushing out content. Start developing what you have and all of that. Before you know what's happening, God does that connect. For me, many times that happened like that. I didn't just go around looking for whose number to collect and then no. Start connecting with people in the space that are just a little bit above your current level. Before you know what's happening, the circle will keep going until you get there.
Start connecting in your space. Yeah. Like you heard that.
I heard that. Yeah. So I have one more question for you, Pastor. Okay. People like Nat would agree or would assume that the Gen Z generation is unsavable. I hear people make statements like, this Gen Z generation, how is God ever going to use them? Right? And it gives the impression that we have gone so far that we can't be salvaged. Do you really think that? Do you share the same opinion, or do you think that we have the potential to be used in ways that people can't imagine?
Before Pastor go answer that, sure you know say Jesus goes soon come.
Rest,
and the second prayer will come. The world will be worse.
My point exactly. I mean, if you read Revelations, you will see that the things that are happening now are things that have happened before and things that will still happen again. But people want to make it seem like this Gen Z has this is the end of the world. There's no coming back from this. And I don't believe that. Because when I see the youth in church, when I see the things that they're doing, the things that they're saying, the gifts that they have, I refuse to believe that this is a generation that God cannot use.
Hallelujah. How are you about that? God has called you. You don't even know say God don't call yourself. Now you God want you to go change your generation. You don't know. Fire down.
Not and I are going to have a fight after this.
Who God does save, God will save.
Right.
Pastor,
what do you think?
Okay, for me, I think the Gen Z, contrary to public opinion, I think the Gen Zs are God's strategy for revival in the end time.
Are you hearing? Word, please.
I think that if anything is going to happen, it's going to happen with the youth.
Yeah.
The old men are tired and they are gradually getting tired. The only thing is that they connect. We are having a connect problem. Somebody either from the old gen or a new breed from this gen is supposed to lead this revival in different states of Nigeria and nations of the world. Yes. I like what the likes of Lawrence Oyor is doing and all of that. Young people are following him. Things are happening. Revival is coming up. The fact that they see a young person do something incredible motivates them. Watch well, many times, why do people who are a little bit older, why do we try to camouflage as Gen Z now? I don't even like wearing suits now. I want to wear the flared trousers. I want to make them feel free with me. I want to make them feel like I'm their generation. So we can connect.
I mean, even Nat was saying it now that the native is going to be wearing his Gen Z native.
Yeah.
Yes, you
Ah,
open your mouth and you'll be having us.
So these Gen Zs now, they just need some other. God needs to capture just a few Gen Zs
Yeah,
first,
yeah.
hold them in his hands, and then with them he can strike. Dr. Lawrence Oyer is in his 30s. These are young guys.
Mhm.
Emmanuel Iren is in his 30s. And some of these people are even in their early 30s.
Mhm.
That's God's strategy. The moment he catches one, he can catch all. When he catches one, the transformation is not going to be overnight,
Definitely.
but it's going to be over
It's
time.
gradual, yes.
Not overnight, over time.
And then by the time, before anybody knows it, the
They
world
have
has been taken over by
by them because they are the majority in population
Yeah.
and in everything, in
Yeah.
skill, in talent, in technology. They are number one.
This is
So
kind
God will not do anything with an old man. In fact, many years ago, Bishop Wedebo said, one man met him and said, God called me. The man said, how old are you? Bishop Wedebo asked him, how old are you? He said, I'm 42 or so. He said, don't worry, continue your business. God has sent somebody else. What's he saying? You are too old to be useful.
Yeah.
There's an age bracket that God can hardly use. Even the banks won't use you. They will employ somebody who's not Gen Z. So why do you think
God is going to be
the people who are running the new banking technology are Gen Zs? So if they're going to run the banks, run some other organizations, and do that well, believe me, they're still God's strategy.
No, they hide my age now.
We're not saying that. We're just saying keep up with the times. We're just saying stay
Pastor, don't
relevant.
make me feel bad.
Nobody's trying to make you feel bad. We're just trying to say that we are not as bad as everyone seems to think that we are. Even we don't want. I mean, come on. We too have our own children, and the world that we want to bring our kids into is definitely not what we're seeing today. And it's our responsibility to make it better. Do you understand? So even if they did not make it better for us, we will try and make it better for the people that are coming. Right? So if you're a Gen Z and you're out there is hope. There, as long as there is life, really, there is hope. And as long as you're holding on to God, there is purpose.
Sure.
So,
And of course, if you are looking for a good church to attend, if you're a youth, of course, try and locate Pastor Courage. He's a youth pastor of Gateway International Christian Church. He's a resident church is at the Choba Aziz University of Port Harcourt. When you get there, ask of Gateway Church around Choba Aziz. Of course, Pastor Courage will be there to attend to you. Pastor Courage, thank you so much. Thank you so much. In fact, we call and say Mingosa. We appreciate for taking out this time, and we are grateful.
I'm also honored to be here. This is my first time in the Nat Oliver show. And meeting an amazing person like you in this place. And also Denny for the first time.
thank you so much.
Amazing personalities. Thank you
so
very
much.
much.
Yeah, I'm actually doing a good work. You know, you can see this is my investment. That's all good, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we're going to draw the curtain close for the Nat Oliver show, the first season, of course. Daniela, do you have something to say before we go?
I think you guys are in for a ride. And if you haven't tuned in by now, don't be told, just be there. Okay?
We are the Gen Zs, y'all. We're ready for you.
That's not how we used to do it. Now.
Oh, yeah, do it. I did try my best. Do your own, do your own.
I already. You said it's too much. No, it's okay. It's okay. We don't have to do too much. You know, we just have to. We've spoken.
Yeah.
We've shared the word.
Yeah.
We've shared enlightenment. We've told them how it is.
Yeah.
And if you have ears, you have ears.
Let him hear. Ladies and gentlemen, so we come your way again next week. God loves you, and so do we.
So do we.
Bye-bye.
Keep growing.
Keep glowing.
Yeah.
Keep sparkling.
Bye.